Good morning, everyone. It is June 16th, 2017. And this morning I had a dream that I wanted to share with y'all. Um, it is similar to a couple of other dreams that I've had. Um, I believe it's about the Russians going to invade the United States. And, well, I'm just going to read it and share it with y'all. I dreamt I was staying at my parents' house. My dad is in heaven. He died. And my mother lives in Colorado. This was not her house. It was big and beautiful. There was a lady who had come for a visit, and I was showing her around. She had already been there overnight, but I wanted to show her the front door foyer area. I was telling her, "You gotta see this." In real life, my mother's house is pretty awesome. It's got like a cupola and it's huge and beautiful, but this was not her house. When we walked into the foyer, which was its own little room and was enclosed, the first door we went through was weak. It was kind of a slider door. It appeared to be off its tracks on the bottom, and it was made of kind of real flimsy stuff. It was not a solid door. I opened it and we went inside. This room was kind of like a beautiful mud room. It had a bench and a table and decorations. I was telling the unknown lady that we have never used the front door. The doorway we have always used, at the front doorway. The doors that we'd always used been like the side doors and the back door. We never really used the front door. It's kind of how it is at my mother's house in real life. There's these elaborate and ornate steps up to her front door, but we don't use the front door. We always use the back door or the side door. So it was kind of like that. So she had evidently come in one of the other doors and hadn't seen the front door, so I was showing her that area because it was beautiful. All right. The large, thick wooden front door was of carved wood, and it was solid wood. It was standing ajar, and there had been a very large hole scratched in the door. I said, "Oh my gosh, I dreamt a bear had tried to come in the house last night. I even heard it scratching, but I thought it was part of my dream." And at this point in the dream, I think to myself, perhaps I should not have had that one drink last night. Maybe I would have realized there was really a bear outside and not just a dream. The lady and I started looking for clues on the front porch. Also, the front porch was enclosed with a wrought iron fence. It was just a small area, maybe 10 by 10 or something like that. It was enclosed with a wrought iron fence, and the gate did not appear to be fully open. I think it was just ajar, but I'm not positive about that. There was a decorative metal box. It had like little carvings on it that had been knocked over, and that made us consider another animal other than a bear. Maybe a raccoon. I can't remember what other animal we thought it might be. But as we were discussing another animal, we see across the field and near the forest, near the big woods, a brown bear, a big brown bear. The big brown bear was carrying stuff to make a nest or like a burrow. I know we always think of bears in caves, but that's just what was going on in the dream. So he was taking this stuff, and then he takes it and he assembles a den out of it rather quickly, and he sits down in the den. And we're kind of watching this first it was far off, and then we were watching it up close, but we weren't really interacting at this point. Just the lady and I are observing. As the bear sits down, he pulls off this mask, and there's a man inside. Now, this did not at all look like a bear costume. It really, really looked like a real bear, even though he was standing on his feet and carrying stuff in his hands. It looked like a real bear. So when he pulled the top part off and it was a mask, I was surprised. I was surprised about it. So there was a dark-haired man inside. He had kind of curly hair and a medium skin tone, a little bit on the darker side. Okay, then the next scene, I'll call it the people in the village, gathered together. They were outlined in a red glowing line, meaning they were angry. So each of them had like an outline all the way around their body of red, almost like a neon sign, denoting that they were all angry. They were gathering together to find the bear/bears. At this point of the dream, I am only an observer. I see a map and the hot spots, also in red, lit up where they are looking intensely for the bears. It may have been lower eastern United States. It was unclear. That's when I think back about it, it seems like that's where it was, lower eastern United States. So in the dream, there's a gate, a door that was scratched through. There's 3 doorways in that dream. And the doors were ajar. This reminds me of a dream I had way back in like probably 1992 or something, when I dreamt about a bear coming in my yard. Again, it looked just like a bear, but the bear walked up to my fence, undid the gate and walked through. So it was able to manipulate things like a man. So both dreams, I did feel like were the Russians, but I'd be happy to hear your take on it or what you take away from it. Anyway, that's all I want to share about right now. I hope that you all have a good day, and keep your mind focused on Yeshua HaMashiach. That would be the one they call Jesus. And read your Bible. Stay prayed up. These are evil days that we live in. Have a good day. Bye-bye.